Hello everyone, welcome to another video, and today I'm pretty sure this is like every book girlie's favorite activity ever, which is book shopping. We're gonna go to some bookstores and also secondhand stores here in Tampere in Finland, which is a bigger city because in a week we're gonna move to our house again, and our house is in a smaller city that only has one bookstore, one secondhand store. So we're gonna do all the book shopping here because I already know that over there it's gonna be online book shopping only. We're gonna head, I believe, to 3 stores maybe. We're gonna go first to a secondhand store that is about to close. It actually closes in 30 minutes and we will be arriving in 5 minutes, so it will actually be closing in 25 minutes by the time we get there. So hopefully the worker is not feeling lazy and will not be closing the store early. There's still another secondhand store, but I'm not sure if it closes at the same time, so then we won't be able to make it. And then to the actual bookstore that closes only at 8 p.m. So we still have plenty of time for that one. And I know exactly the books that I'm gonna get on that like proper bookstore, but I'm very excited to see the secondhand store because again, this is Finland, so you know the English section is not gonna be the whole bookstore in English. I've never seen in my life a whole bookstore in English, and I think I'm gonna pass out the day that I do see that. But yeah, we're gonna go to that secondhand store, hope that it has a good English section, and hope that we can find some good books. Fingers crossed. And yeah, come along. I found a lot of books, and they were all starting from like €3 and going up to 7, I think. And there was so many, and there was even a whole fantasy section, dark fantasy section, mixed thrillers, romances, historical fiction. There was the clockmaker's daughter for $5. I'm so happy. So yeah, now we're gonna go to an actual bookstore, which is actually a Finnish like chain bookstore, which is called Suomalainen kirjakauppa, which translates to Finnish bookstore. Very creative, I know. So we're gonna go to that one now. Probably not gonna buy anything there because books there are $16.90, so $17 per book. So probably not gonna buy anything there, but we're gonna browse it and see if there's anything that I actually desire. I was actually looking for One Golden Summer. That's probably the only book that I might buy from that store. We'll see. We'll see if I can find anything. They didn't have any new releases, so that was a bit of a fail again. So now we're gonna go to the one that I've been waiting to go, finally. And hopefully, I know that they don't have that book, but they have some others that have been on my radar that I want to buy from that store. So hopefully they still have them. Okay, so updates. I ended up finding One Golden Summer on that bookstore, which I wasn't counting on because this bookstore I checked online and it said that it only had this book in Helsinki, which is the capital of Finland, but they didn't have it in any other city, so I wasn't really counting on finding it, but I did. In my head I was gonna buy a bunch because they have these like pass things that you get a sticker for every book that you buy, and in the previous visits that I've done like 6 months ago, they had this double point Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So instead of getting 1 sticker per book, you got 2 stickers per book. And at the end of 8 stickers, you get a free book. Which means I would only technically need only 4 books to get a free book because it's double sticker. But apparently they only do that in autumn time, so it was not available right now. So I ended up only getting 1 book, which was One Golden Summer from that bookstore, and then from Suomalainen Kirjakauppa, the Finnish bookstore, couldn't find anything because I really just wanted this book. Couldn't find anything from there as well. Everything was like $17 and I really didn't want to pay that much money for a book. And from the bookstore that we went before, the secondhand store, I found 2 books. One of them was on the new releases book and then the other one was on the underpass. So the underground place had this Crave Expectations by Alice Bell. I've never heard anything about it, but it sounded great. That's literally all it was, and it was €5, so very cheap as well. I checked it on Goodreads. It had only like 3.54 stars out of, I think it was 4,000 ratings, so actually not that well known. But it said everything that I liked, so I really didn't want to leave it in the store, so I got it. It's a duology, if I'm not mistaken, so that if I like this one, there's still another one for me to read. Now the sun is booming, my goodness. And then on the new releases shelf, like the most like recent books that they've got, they had What You're Looking For Is in a Library by Michiko Aoyama, something like that. You know, I've been wanting to read Asian books for so long, and I have a bunch of them on my wish list, but they're always the most expensive here in Europe in general, because when we were in the trip in Europe I also was looking for those, and they were always super expensive because they're like translated books, so they do cost a bit more. So this one ended up being €7. I'm excited to finally try a book that is translated to English and it's Asian, because I feel like Asians must have such a soft way of putting things into words, at least from what I read in the synopsis of the books. They seem like they're like so nice and poetic, and I love that. So yeah, that was the book haul of today. We got 3 books and they're great. In my opinion, they're great. And it was a €7, a €5 and a €15, which is the newest release. So I'm very happy. I ended up choosing this one over the other ones that I had on my list because like at least this is a 2025 release, you know, like it kind of deserves the €15. So I went with these, and then I can buy the other ones online because online is always cheaper. And the light went all away. I hope you enjoyed this video. It is much shorter than the other ones, not much yapping, it's mostly book shopping. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you hopefully on the next one. That's because we went book shopping.
Yeah, we need to find gold at the end of it. So.